Breaking news, the biggest breaking news you will see in this year has just happened. One of the best things I will talk about Nigeria this year, and I've been waiting for this moment. I have been praying God, I say, Papa God, God, please, I've been shouting that Nigeria is the greatest country in Africa, the best country in Africa. Now this country has dropped to the fourth or fifth economy in Africa. God, please, when is Nigeria going to go back to number one as the biggest economy in Africa? Dear Lord, I've been praying. I've been praying because deep down in my heart, I was not happy that Nigeria lost its position as the biggest economy in Africa. I wasn't satisfied at all, to be honest. All this time I've been doing videos talking, but deep down in my heart, I'm looking at South Africa with one eye. I'm looking at Egypt with one eye. I'm looking at all these other African countries that are above Nigeria with one eye. I'm just looking at them. Wait till South Africa get to be above Nigeria as the biggest economy in Africa. God, when will this happen? Guys, it don't happen. It's time to pepper them. Nigeria pepper them. Oh. Now to pepper them now. Now is our turn to talk. Hello. They said the giant of Africa, my foot, is no longer the biggest economy in Africa. Now is my turn to laugh. And before I start laughing, I want to ask you people, how many years has it been? Like, how long did it take? This guys literally overtook Nigeria as the biggest economy in Africa in 2020, 2021. No, what am I even saying? Just about 2 years ago. It was about 2022, 2023. When the president, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, came into power. It didn't last long. Nigeria slumped. As a matter of fact, the first 1 year of the president, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, as president of Nigeria, was reminded as a year that Nigeria dropped from the first economy in Africa to the fourth. People started to laugh Nigeria up and down. I felt embarrassed. But guess what? The story is changing. Time for Buga down the rage. Let me see you go lo 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 Buga. Let me Nigerians Buga don't. It is Buga time. It is officially Buga time. Nigeria is back as the biggest economy in Africa, above South Africa. Nigeria is officially back as the biggest economy in Africa. According to the GDP of Nigeria, no country in Africa has a bigger GDP than Nigeria. Right now, as I'm talking to you, Nigeria is officially taking back its place, officially back as the biggest economy in Africa. Above South Africa, above Egypt, above Morocco, above any other country in Africa, Nigeria is back to the number one position as the biggest economy in Africa according to the GDP. Now, is this information coming from Ajim? Because that's one thing. I can't just come here, put on the camera, light up the light, and start talking anyhow with audacity. Have you seen me talk with this much audacity before? You don't say if my voice they loud. You don't say proof they. If you see me they talk anytime I'm talking about anything, and my voice is getting loud, and my face is full of confidence, and I'm not doing like this. No, and my word is coming out. I know they think to talk. Words are just flowing. If you see me talking like that, know that the backup where I get, is an arsenal. Not that the arsenal behind me of backup and evidence is too much. Let me tell you guys the truth, Let me tell you guys the truth. 1 week ago, somebody called me. It's not even up to 1 week. Few days ago, just about 2-3 days ago, somebody called me. He said, Ajim, I want you to be the first person to announce this. Nigeria will come back as the biggest economy in Africa. Somebody called me. I said, this is the first time this person is calling me. So that's when I knew that there are people watching this channel that they are just watching and observing. This guy just called me from nowhere. He said, Ajim, I want you to get ready and get prepared. This week will not end. Nigeria will be announced as the biggest economy in Africa. This is what this person told me. I thought I looked, I said, Nigeria. Look at where Nigeria is number 4. Threatening even to go number 5. You're telling me that within 1 week, Nigeria will become the biggest economy in Africa? I'm a very humble man. If you have ever texted me in my inbox, if you ever reach out to me with information, you will know that I never argue anybody. If you give me information, I take it. Because I know that I don't know everything. So even though I was doubting this information, I was like, I'll put this guy to test. If I didn't see this thing before this weekend, anytime this guy call me, I'm not going to pick a call again. You understand? And behold, it's not been up to a week. The week hasn't ended. And Nigeria has been announced the biggest economy in Africa by World Bank. Don't be a Jim they talk. And they tell us, say, according to World Bank, Nigeria is currently the biggest economy in Africa, above South Africa. And I'm not just talking, I'm not just doing blah, blah, blah with mouth. I came here with official proof. As you can see, Nigeria remains Africa's largest economy, says the World Bank. Says, it's not Buhari that said it. It's not His Excellency Ahmed Bola Tinubu that said it. It's not INEC, Nigeria INEC that said it. It's not CBN. It is not Nigeria Central Bank. It is not group of Nigerian bloggers and social media influencers. It's not VDM. Don't be very dark man. It is the World Bank. Official statement from the World Bank. Nigeria remains the largest economy in Africa. The largest economy in Africa. This means that Nigeria is above South Africa. Nigeria is above Ghana. I don't even want how Ghana to enter my mouth. How Ghana to enter my mouth? Are we talking about countries or we are talking about states? Which kind of wahala be this now? I can't take Ghana for this matter now. I beg, una forgive me, I beg. Sorry. Pele, my brothers and sisters, Pele, forgive me. As it stands now, none of them come close to Nigeria, Oga. My brother and sister, like I said, it's Buga time. Now, I just don't want to show you what the World Bank said, but I would love to give you guys some details. Yeah, and then we will now brag a little bit before we end the video. So, the World Bank's country director, because the World Bank has a director in Nigeria. The director of the World Bank in Nigeria, his name is Dr. Diame Diop. Dr. Ndiame Diop. He confirmed that in Nigeria. That's on the 6th, so like this week. As in, like I said, this guy called me. This week on Thursday, he confirmed it in Nigeria that Nigeria is back as the largest economy in Africa, according to the gross domestic product of the country. Despite the challenges faced by the private sector, Nigeria is facing one of its biggest challenges of all time. And if Nigeria can struggle back to regain their position as the biggest economy in Africa, then this is massive. With all the hunger, all the wahala they're going for Nigeria now. That's why this news must be shocking. This news must be alarming. That's why I'm begging you in the name of God. Help me. Share this video. Help me. Carry me go somewhere. Beg. Help me to share this video. Push it across. Your groups, your WhatsApp, your friends. Share it, please. I'm begging you in the name of God. It's very, very important for us and for Nigeria. So he was speaking at the private sector in Nigeria. Private sector dynasty, because the Nigeria's private sector has suffered a lot ever since the Naira fell. Naira fell into a deep well. The private sector in Nigeria suffered. People were running out of the country. People were carrying their money elsewhere to go and invest elsewhere because they did not trust the currency in the country. And so because of that, the private sector in Nigeria is still suffering and struggling. But things are changing because now that Nigeria is rising back as the greatest economy in Africa, the biggest economy in Africa according to the GDP, there is hope that Nigeria is about to become a fertile land again. And I've been singing it for the past 1 month. If you are a Nigerian in the diaspora, if you are a Nigerian in the UK, Nigerians in America, Nigerians abroad, Nigerians in Europe, Oga, invest in your country. Look for small money and start up a business in your country. Invest as fast as you can and as much as you can because the country is coming back stronger than ever. But people thought I was joking. See what's in the apple now. Everything is turning around. Everything is turning around. The tables are turning. Now South Africa is the one in hot pots. South Africa is the country now facing a serious problem because America don't give them 1 for year, economy start to go down. South Africa rand is now falling like a rain. South Africa rand is falling like rain, going down and down. So you imagine what is going on. So now it's Nigeria's time to rise. And I've been singing the song that the Nigerian economy is doing just the right thing. You see these things, South Africa just open mouth. Wow, say, we know, we there with BRICS. We not go there with America. We not go there with Europe. Now, very, very mumu decision with that. Because America remains the greatest country in the world, whether you like it or not, sir. Hello, like it or see any country that America has gone to trade war with, the country is currently facing serious economic problems. Canada, Mexico, Colombia did not even hesitate. So now it's South Africa's turn. They are going down, whether you like it or not. So Nigeria is a smart country, working with the BRICS, working with Europeans, working with America, work with China, work with everybody, so that you will stay balanced in the middle. You are play the middleman role. Don't go anywhere. Stay on your own. That is your own strategy, and I love that strategy. And I've said it's the best. You understand? So Nigeria remains the largest economy in Africa, says the World Bank. The director came to Nigeria and made sure that he made it clear to Nigerians and everybody in the world that the biggest economy in Africa, according to the GDP of a country, is Nigeria. And even when Nigeria was the biggest economy in Africa, it was according to the GDP. So for those of you who will come and tell me standard of living, per capita income, all of those your excuses, we didn't talk about those. We are talking of the GDP of the country. Nigeria is the biggest economy in Africa according to their GDP. And this information is not from Ajim, it's not from Nigeria government, it's not from Nigerian bloggers or Africa Union. This information is from the World Bank. We all respect the World Bank, right? So if you have a problem with the information, go and meet the World Bank. Go and ask the World Bank, why will you say Nigeria is the biggest economy in Africa? Go and ask them. Now them be the people who give us this woto information. And I'm happy that the information came exactly on time. So, dear Nigerians who had lost hope in the country, Nigerians who had been carried away and following all those people who keep singing the song, nothing good comes from Nigeria. Now it's time for you to look at yourself in the mirror and say, why did I doubt my country? Why did I for once think my country is not doing well? Why was I so quick to think that my country is a disgrace? Now it's time for you to change your ways. Come back to your country. Be patriotic. Show love to Nigeria. Because I can guarantee you, no country in Africa will ever rise above Nigeria. No country in Africa will ever. There can always come moments where there will be shaky issues, things will happen, but Nigeria will always get back to its rightful place as the biggest economy in Africa, as the greatest country in Africa. And this is fact. No one is going to ever change that. Nothing can happen to that. Not even South Africa, not even Morocco, not even Egypt. Nigeria will forever become the giant of Africa. It is what it is, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Smash the like button, smash the notification bell, share this video as much as you can. Please, I'm begging you, so that it will go viral. Let everybody know that Nigeria has become the biggest economy in Africa once again. God bless y'all. Cheers.